All right, now we're going to be breaking down my boy Corey Cooper's team. Dak attacks Brady bunch. I like it. That's okay. That's pretty good. I mean, it's a little confusing because you're attacking Brady, and it's like, wait a second, like Brady's your second QB. But let's break you down, man. At QB, you've got Dak and Tom Brady. I love it. That might be the best duo in the league. I'm not sure. I have to look at everybody else's rosters first, really break that specific down. But I think you have one of, if not the best, two QB tandem. I think Lindsey's was pretty good, if I remember correctly. Let me go back and yeah, she's got Wentz and Mahomes. So you're probably second right now, but it's still really good, man. I like it. Le'Veon Bell, he actually played okay. He played okay. He got 23.2 points. Bill's defense, is not horrible. It was good. They held him in terms of actual touchdowns and points scored. They held the Jets to 16. So, I'm not seeing a ton of touchdown value from Le'Veon Bell, but he's the only guy on the offensive side of the ball that's really worth anything. So I do actually like him to have a pretty good year this year. Probably finish in the top 15 of running backs. And then Josh Jacobs, another guy I expect to finish top 15 in running backs. So you got two top 15 running backs, in my opinion, and probably two of the top 20 fantasy quarterbacks this year. So that you've got a really good team as well. Michael Thomas, it's not surprising you want to know. Michael Thomas, that was a great first-round pick for you. If Hopkins hadn't been available, he would have been my selection at the 5th overall pick. And honestly, just seeing the games, and obviously, it's week 1, you're going to overreact a little bit. Hopkins had some drops, and they played each other. And but it just seemed like New Orleans had a better offense by a slim margin, mind you, because the Texans looked really good. Texans have a little bit better defense, and I know that the game didn't go that way, but that's what it looked like, at least when I was watching it. And I think Michael Thomas is probably going to his production level is going to drop a little bit from last year. But I mean, he had 10 catches for over 100 yards, no touchdowns yet, and still able to put up over 20 points. I look for him to do more of the same almost every week. Mike Williams. Yeah, I mean, it looks like your team really kind of drops off at the receiver position. Yeah, you got DJ Moore, Mike Williams. If Mike Williams plays, then you really only need Thomas and Williams the whole season. Just looking at your bench, I'm putting. Also, I'm dropping Jacoby Brissett. There's going to be a good matchup quarterback that's available on the waiver wire the week that Brady and Dak are out. Unless both Brady and Dak, I haven't looked at bye weeks this closely, but unless both of them have the same bye week, I'm dropping Jacoby Brissett. Not because I think he's a bad QB, but because you're going to be able to find equal value that week, and that's a roster spot that you can be giving to a skill position player. Like a wide receiver, which is what you desperately need. I'm probably sitting DJ Moore on your team and putting in Latavius Murray. Plays in a potent offense, and I think complementary to Kamara. He could have some decent games. He's not going to have huge games, but he put up 12 points, right, off the bench for you, and so did DJ Moore. DJ Moore put up 12 points also. It's comparable, but I just think New Orleans plays in a better offense. Now, they are on the road against the Rams, so I don't mind to sit this week. But I would look at Murray as more of the flex play than DJ Moore, just down the road. And then Steelers defense against Seattle, I don't know if I like that, man. I get where you're coming from because it's the Rams playing in New Orleans, and that's always going to be tough going up against Breeze and them. But just think about it this way. The Rams are better on defense. That's just no-brainer. And the Rams are playing at home. And New Orleans has struggled on the road. Their struggles have always been on the road. Rams will finish a top 10 defense. Steelers will not. That's a toss-up to me. Just looking at the breakdown, they're saying Steelers 10 points, but they went -3. Rams scored 12 points last. I think Steelers are boom bust. And I think the Rams, while they will struggle, will be positive. Versus the Steelers, who got -3. I'm probably making that swap. But I can understand if you don't. Just looking at the breakdown, I really like your team too. I think the game of the week will be right here, Corey versus Trey. So we'll get that in the breakdown, the matchup breakdown. But overall, Corey, I look for your team to probably be a playoff contender.